Paleo,
Yes.
how's it going?
All right.
Good. How was your journey getting here?
Eh.
Yeah. How'd you get here? Fly, walk,
Yeah, I
drive?
flew.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I flew as well. It was kind of weird. Whenever I go into public, I kind of just make a fool of myself unintentionally. And my last airplane flight was no exception. I flew United, and we went on one of those small express planes. And I'd never been on a small express plane before. I'm always on the big jumbo jets or whatever. And it was, okay, so in our last journey when we went to Seattle,
Yeah.
okay, when you go on the runway at the plane, there's some protocol you have to follow. Like your plane
You're
goes,
17th in line.
Yeah,
so,
you're 17th
yeah.
in line. You're waiting forever to take off. Just a slow airplane ride. Well, this express flight was complete opposite. Like when we pulled out of the gates, it's like, put in reverse. And as soon as we hit the runway going like, seriously, like 60 miles an hour. Because usually when you taxi, you go slowly and wait your turn in line. I swear, we cut in line. There were jumbo jets getting like cut off and crashing into the building. And our captain never spoke to us a single time. The only time he ever spoke to us was, buckle up, we're taking off. And when we took the turn to hit the runway, he didn't even stop. He got on the runway and just took off. I mean, we didn't even get a safety protocol. The lady who was the stewardess took the buckle belt and she goes, click, that's all you got to know, that's it. So the flight itself was, it was uneventful. There was an old lady sitting next to me reading 50 Shades of Grey. The weird part is, I think she was on the same page the entire time. I never saw her once flip the page. I'm like that. I was kind of peeking over to see what she was reading. I know it was 50 Shades of Grey, and I was like, all right, page 169. And then I just, I kind of just, let my imagination run away. Look at the window. I look back on the book, page 169. Like, it's been 10 minutes. What are you reading? And but I kind of got her back because I'd keep opening the window every 10 minutes. So every time I opened the window, the light would hit her, and she would and I close it, I open it again because I have ADD. So I'm like, mountains, clouds, and all that stuff. But we got to the airport. I wanted to find the EFR staff so we can get it. It gets worse. So. Once again, I'm very awkward in public, and when we landed, I mean, seriously, the first thing I did was make a fool of myself. I'm waiting to get up to get my suitcase and go find Paleo, and it was my turn to get up, and I'm not. Those small things in life where it's nothing, it's not really important, but you don't want to screw it up. Like, okay, I got to get up, get my stuff, and just move on. I don't want to keep these people waiting. Okay, it's my turn. Get up, boom, hit my head right on the cargo thing above us. And the first thing I said is, "Whoa, I grew." And all the people behind me were just laughing. I'm like, whatever. So then I called Cowboy Dave, who works for the EFR staff, and I said, "Hey, where you guys at?" And he goes, "We're at room 348. I'm like, okay, room 348. Okay, I got this. I can be pro now. I walk out to the through the terminal. I found some lady from information. I said, okay, I'm looking for room 348. And she's like, what? I said, room 348. Where is it? And she goes, this is Concourse C. I don't know about room 348. I'm like, okay. Where can I find a car? And then it kind of occurred to me because the guy who said room 348, he was talking about the hotel room. Not an actual area at the hotel. So, yeah, it was a good start. Got to the hotel, found the EFR staff, settled in, and then just two more things. So, Paleo walks faster than I do. That's just how it is.
I get it from my mom. She walks very fast. Yeah,
I walk slow. And I was making an observation when we were walking around the hotel room. I said, Paleo, you're like, a velociraptor when you move. And I'm like, a giant lawn neck sauropod, taking my time. And I wanted to do the actual visual so he can get the point. So we're waiting for the elevator. I'm like, Paleo, you're like a velociraptor. And I started going like, and then the door opens up and there's an old lady there just looking at us. And she walks out the door, she's kind of looking and walks away. And I'm like, well, that was awkward. And then she walks back in and she's like, this is the wrong floor. So we're all just standing there in the elevator and no one pressed the button for the elevator to go down yet. And I had the brilliant idea to use my foot. I'm like, floor 1. But the button wasn't working, so I'm like, floor 1, come on, move! And it wouldn't move. And then it finally closed. And it was kind of awkward. Needless to say, we felt a little bit uncomfortable. But it gets better. So, not that story, another story. We have like 7 guys in our room.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of, we couldn't turn people away. They're like, we have nowhere to stay. It's either this or the road. And we're like, okay, well, you can stay with us. And then another person shows up, and another person shows up, because we have a really big room. So I ordered comforters and pillows so we can, accommodate our guest. And speaking of guests, we were waiting for one of our guys who was staying with us, AJ, Silent. I can't say his name.
Silent,
yeah.
Yeah.
I call him Typhlosion, actually.
Typhlosion.
But, so I said, went to the hotel lobby, I said, we need a comforter and a pillow. And they said, we'll send it up. So we hear a knock on the door. I'm like, oh, it must be Silent. It must be Silent. I'm like, that guy, Silent, you son of a... And I open the door, and it's the guy holding the comforter and the pillows. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then he turned around and he kneeled down and put his face into the pillow because he was like so embarrassed.
No, I was the one doing the pillow.
Yeah, he was doing that.
Not the other guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, needless to say, whenever we go out and about, we make fools of ourselves. Well, I do at least.
Yeah.